If you have a busy and demanding career, but you still want to drop weight, you still want to get rid of belly fat, and you still want to have energy to perform at a high level in your career, but also in your personal life. In this video, I'm going to break down some simple steps that you can start taking today to drop your next 30 plus pounds. These are the same steps that I teach my coaching clients who are dropping 30, 40, even up to 50 and 60 pounds in only 6 months. Okay, so if you watch to the end, you're going to know exactly what steps you need to take. So this is a common issue that I see a lot of people have among the type of people I help. High performers, high achievers, people who are very busy professionals. And so the first thing is this. They always say that they're really busy. And in reality, you don't have a busy or time issue. What you actually have is an alignment issue. Okay? Here's what I mean. Most folks who are really busy, you have these demanding schedules with your career, but also responsibilities with your family, and it's a lot to do. I get it. But at the same time, we all know people who are successful, they're busy, yet they still look really good. They're still in really good shape. And they have the same 24 hours in a day as we do. And so what's the difference? The difference is alignment. And what I mean when I say alignment, based on your schedule, some people say, well, I don't have time to work out. But when in reality everybody has 45 minutes or even 30 minutes. And in some cases, an hour to hit the gym 3 to 4 days a week. They have the time. It's just, how are we using that time? And so far as alignment goes, one of the things I tell a lot of my coaching clients who are really busy, I tell them to start living out of a calendar. The same way they prioritize their appointments for their career, they show up on time. They show up with an agenda. They know exactly what they're going to do when they show up. You have to have the same thing in place for your health. You have to have an agenda and a calendar in place, not just for your career, but also for your eating habits and your exercise habits and your sleeping habits. Critical, okay? A lot of people don't think about these things, but you have to think about the future version of you. You're down 30 pounds, you're down 40, 50 pounds, right? Whatever your goal is. I want you to consider what type of habits does that version of yourself have? How many days a week does that version of yourself go to the gym? How many hours of sleep does that version of yourself have? Okay? These are critical, guys. And a lot of people say this, I'm not disciplined, man. I don't know how I could be disciplined enough to get this weight off of me like you are, man. I just don't have it in me. And I say to them, look at your career. Look how successful you are, man. You are disciplined. It takes discipline to accomplish financial success. And so you have discipline is in you. Now it's all about understanding how to channel that same discipline into having alignment with the routines, with your workouts, with your eating habits, with your sleeping habits, okay? Along with a couple of other things I'm getting ready to share with y'all in a second, okay? I see a couple of y'all commenting right now. I'll engage with y'all once I finish up with the video. I just don't want to break up the value. I want to talk it all the way through, all right? I want to be mindful of the people who are going to be watching the replay of this. And so, that said, alignment. A lot of people who have a hard time losing weight, who are really busy, the reason they have a hard time losing weight is because they don't have a lifestyle that's in alignment with their goals, okay? Very important. Second thing, a lot of people say, well, I just don't have the willpower to get it done, man. It's because a lot of times what I've noticed, people who have gained a lot of weight, 30, 50 plus pounds, they used to play sports back in the days. Football, track, baseball, whatever it is. And they were really active. But they also remember the level of work ethic that was required to get that result, to do those types of workouts. And a lot of people don't realize it's a different way of training when you're training to be an athlete versus when you're training to look the part, have energy, and be healthy. Completely different, guys. Completely different. And it doesn't require any more willpower. All it requires is having more structure. A lot of you guys are just hitting the gym. Ask yourself, and even comment if you want to. Like, do you have a step-by-step plan when you go to the gym? Like, how do you have an upper body workout, lower body workout, full body workout? Or are you just kind of like going in there doing something? Because what I notice from most folks, they just go to the gym, but really don't have any like sense of direction on what they're doing. Yet these same people wonder why when they step on the scale, they're not losing weight. Wonder why when they're looking in the mirror, their belly is getting bigger. Wonder why they have brain fog. Wonder why they have sleep apnea and high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. These are the things that happen when we don't have structure. And so it's important that you have structure. Structure helps you save time. You can have two people. One person that goes to the gym consistently every day of the week, and they wonder why they're not getting the results. And then you can have another person who's going to the gym only 3, maybe 4 days a week, and they're dropping 2-3 pounds a week, 30 plus pounds in 3 months. How does that happen? They have an action plan. They have a game plan. They're not guessing. And so it's important that you have structure. It's just like having a GPS. I'm about to share my age right here now, y'all. Like, I don't know about y'all, but, you know, back in my days, we used to use MapQuest growing up to get around before GPS came about. And even before MapQuest, we just had our sense of direction to get around to different areas. And, you know, I had family out in Newnan, Georgia, and different areas in Georgia. And so it took longer. But now we have GPS. You're able to get to where you want to be at in a certain time frame, and you can even see how long it's going to take for you to get there. That's what structure does for you. So stop winging it with your workouts and trying to rely on willpower, and just have systems, have structure in place. It's going to help you save time. It's going to help you get faster results. The people who get the best results, they may make it look easy, which it actually is somewhat easy. We're putting in work ethic, but we have structure. There's a method to the madness, okay? So that's the second thing you want to do if you want to drop 30 plus pounds with a busy schedule. The last thing is this, and I don't see a lot of trainers talk about this. I see a lot of trainers talk about nutrition and diet and workout and all that kind of stuff, which are very important, okay? Nutrition is 80% of weight loss. If you want to look a certain way, you want your clothes and suits to fit well on you, you want to feel like that guy when you pull your shirt off, or when you know, out at the beach, you want to feel proud about what you see, you do have to lift weights, okay? And so outside of that, though, you have to manage your stress. I noticed a lot of busy professionals who reach out to me for help, they are stress eating, because they're the type of people who they already know their career is very demanding, but they're high achievers. They want to go the extra mile. They want to excel. They have this sense of like excellence. They want to be the best at what they're doing. You know, they're not just trying to show up and be average or be mediocre, right? And so by having those sets of standards, it causes more stress because you're doing more. You're going over and beyond. It causes more stress. But with more stress, without the right systems and strategies in place, people binge eat, people stress eat, people emotionally eat in the evening times, okay? They're just snacking throughout the whole day and wondering why they're bloated and tired and feeling like they have brain fog. These are the types of things that happen when you're not managing your stress, okay? And so how do we manage our stress? A couple of things. One, start losing weight. Once you start losing weight, that extra weight, I want you to just imagine getting out of bed and you're carrying a 30 plus pound book bag on your back from when you wake up to going to work, and then all the way until you get back into bed at nighttime. You're going to be exhausted because of the weight of the book bag. That's what's happening to a lot of people who are 30 pounds plus overweight right now. And they're wondering why they're tired and stressed. The weight causes that stress. The weight also causes other things to manifest inside our body that we can't necessarily see. And so a lot of men and women who are kind of like, yeah, I need to lose a couple of pounds. And when they say it don't look bad, here's the thing. Just because it doesn't look all that bad doesn't mean that bad things are not happening inside. This is where the silent killer happens, like the hypertension, the high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, the heart disease. This is why it's important to make sure your body is on point, inside and out, okay? And so losing the weight is going to help you manage your stress. Second thing, you got to get sleep. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Studies show if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep, your chances of being obese significantly increase. Like 55% more likely to be obese if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep per night, okay? So make sure you're getting sleep. And then the last thing, make sure you're hydrated. The sweet teas, the sodas, the Simply Lemonades, that's not going to cut it, y'all. It's not going to cut it. Not only is that sugar going to drain your energy, going to wreck your hormones, but it's also causing you to have cravings, even more sugar cravings, because you're drinking your sugar. Guys, this zaps your energy. And when you don't have energy, yes, you're going to be stressed because you're trying to push yourself, but not having the fuel, the proper fuel in your body to push yourself at a high level. It's like having a high performance car, a Corvette, or Mercedes-Benz, or whatever it is, a Bentley, a Rolls-Royce, but you're putting regular gas in there. It's not going to be able to perform, guys. It's going to break down. And that's what's happening to a lot of people. Their body is breaking down on them because they're not properly fueling their body. They're eating junk food, fast food every day, and making the excuse they're too busy. I call that a narrative. You created a narrative around why you're overweight. People create narratives around why they're obese to try to justify the fact that they have a big stomach or they're overweight. You can't do that, man. Like, these narratives cause people, like, these beliefs can cause wars, guys. And these narratives that you have are causing you to believe that's the reason that you're overweight. And so you have to shift your beliefs. A part of that happens when you are around the right types of people who don't believe those things, who understand, man, even if I'm busy, I'm going to make it a priority to get to the gym. I'm going to make it a priority to eat right because I want to have energy. I'm going to make it a priority to make sure I'm sleeping because I know when I sleep well, I feel well. When I feel well, I can live well. And I can excel, not just get by, not just faking the funk and trying to, look like things are going well, but, behind closed doors, I'm sick, I'm irritable, I'm tired, brain fog, acid reflux, all these type of things that go on with people. Very, very important that you don't live in narratives that don't progress you and serve you, okay? And so these are things that you want to start doing that are going to help you lose your next 30 plus pounds, even if you have a busy and demanding career. Make sure you're resting. Make sure you're not drinking your calories. Make sure you have structure, okay? And make sure your habits align with the future version of yourself. Make sure that your habits exercise, your habits sleeping, your habits drinking water, your habits hydrating, your habits exercising 3-4 days a week. This is what you got to do, guys, if you really want the body, the energy. And I'm talking about a body that makes a statement when you walk into the boardroom, or when you walk into the bedroom, or when you're on the beach, and you're having the energy to be able to excel in your career. All right. Other than that, guys, if you want help, you want a step-by-step plan where you don't have to guess, you don't have to waste time with trial and error, I'll drop a link down in the description. That way you can explore the option of being able to work with me. All right. I see a couple people have some comments, so I'm going to address those real quick. Do you know Spanish? A little bit. Just a little bit. Not enough to do these videos in Spanish. What whip you driving? This is a Corvette C8. Low carbs, no processed foods, whole foods only. You look like I show speed dad. Man, I've never seen his dad, actually. You don't have it in you. What's up? What up, Sonic? Alright, y'all, I'm about to head out. If y'all have other questions about this particular topic on this video, just drop them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them, all right, as I get the notifications that y'all ask questions. Other than that, we out. Peace.